I visited many different parks and rode many different roller coasters throughout my life, and there have been parks that stood out more than others. In this video, I will be counting down my top 10 favorite parks I visited. When it comes to determining which parks I like better, I looked at the overall atmosphere and not just by how many thrilling coasters the park has. Yes, roller coasters play an important role, but I don't judge a park by just on the amount of roller coasters each park has. I like a park that has fun and thrilling attractions, whether it's a roller coaster, a thrill, or a dark ride. I like a park that has a great theming and atmosphere. I also wanted to mention I've been to Cedar Point back in 2004, but I will not include Cedar Point in this video since it's been 16 years since my last visit. But enough chit chatting and let me get right into my top 10 favorite parks I visited. Coming in at number 10 spot is my home park, Six Flags Great Adventure, which is located in Jackson, New Jersey. I lost count how many times I've been to Great Adventure since it's pretty much my second home. Great Adventure has an excellent collection of roller coasters. Some of my favorites include the legendary Intamin Woody El Toro, the world's tallest coaster King Ka, and the B&M Hyper Nitro. And also this year, Great Adventure will open up the Jersey Devil coaster. Coming in at number 9 is Six Flags Fiesta, Texas in San Antonio. Fiesta, Texas is by far my favorite Six Flags park when it comes to atmosphere. I love the wall surrounding the park, and I love how some of the coasters like Superman Krypton Coaster and Roadrunner use the wall throughout some of their layout. Fiesta, Texas is home to my first ever RMC Iron Rattler and Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster. Both coasters offer an awesome ride, and I can't wait to visit the park again. Coming in at number 8 is Carowinds, which is located on the border of North and South Carolina. This park is home to 2 coasters in my top 5. Copperhead Strike and Fury 325. Carowinds has the best front entrance I've ever seen, and the views you get never get old. Carowinds definitely gives you a thrilling welcome and hypes you up before you even enter the park. Once you're inside the park, you are greeted with the North and South Carolina border sign, which is awesome since you can be in 2 states at the same time. Now coming in at number 7 is SeaWorld Orlando, and if you haven't guessed yet, it is located in Orlando, Florida. SeaWorld is home to 2 outstanding coasters in my opinion, Manta, which is currently my favorite flying coaster, and of course the B&M Hyper Mako, which is my second favorite hyper. You get to see sharks, stingrays, sea lions, dolphins, and many other animals. I love the park's atmosphere, and the pictures don't do the park justice. You really need to be there to really soak up the atmosphere. This is such a beautiful park and definitely is a must visit every time I visit Orlando. Now coming in at the number 6 spot is Hershey Park, which is located in Hershey, Pennsylvania. If you really want to test your taste buds and have a sweet tooth, this is definitely the park for you. Hershey has some world-class coasters, and in 2020 they were adding a B&M Hyper Candemonium along with Chocolate Town. Is it actually a trip to Hershey Park without visiting Chocolate World? I will leave that question for you to decide. Now coming in at the number 5th spot is Six Flags Over Georgia, which is located right outside of Atlanta. This is my second favorite Six Flags park, and the coasters exceeded my expectations. Twisted Cyclone was a short RMC, but it definitely delivered some of the best airtime moments I ever experienced. Over Georgia is also home to my favorite hyper, Goliath. I love how it goes outside the park and goes over the road. The park is huge, and I actually think it's one of the nicer looking Six Flags parks I visited. Now coming in at the number 4 spot is Busch Gardens, Williamsburg in Virginia. Now this is what you call a true theme park. I love the ambience in the park and all the different countries it has to offer. Not only do they offer an amazing coaster lineup, but they also have some of the best places to eat at any theme park in my opinion. I was able to try their pasta dish in Italy and their chili baked potato in Ireland, and both were delicious. You get great picturesque views throughout the entire park, and I could spend a week here and still enjoy my time. Now coming in at the number 3 spot is Islands of Adventure, which is a part of Universal Orlando Resort. This park by far has the best theming I've ever seen at any theme park. Islands of Adventure is only home to a few roller coasters, but this park demonstrates you don't need world-class coasters to be considered one of the best parks. Islands of Adventure is home to my favorite log flume river rapids, which you'll get soaked on. Spider-Man, which is an awesome moving screen attraction, will definitely bring out your Spidey senses, even if you're not a Spider-Man fan. The Hulk was a coaster I loved ever since I was a kid, and they did an awesome job with it. They are currently building another roller coaster in Jurassic Park to add to their lineup, which hopefully should open sometime next year. Coming in at the number 2 spot is Busch Gardens, Tampa. This is another park that is absolutely beautiful, and you really have to be there to soak up the atmosphere. Not only do they have a great coaster lineup, they also have a great animal exhibit. Busch Gardens Tampa is home to my favorite invert, Montu. My favorite element is the Batwing because you are literally getting whipped, especially in the back seat. I had a chance to visit during Christmas Town, and the park looked amazing with all the lights. I bought a season pass, so I definitely will be revisiting the park again later this year to ride Iron Gwazi. There's so much to do and see at this park, and I'm definitely excited to head back there. Now, coming in at my number 1 spot, my favorite park I ever visited, and the title goes to Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. Now, this was a park that was on my bucket list since I was a kid, and I finally got to visit the park last year for my birthday. The collection of roller coasters in this park is ridiculous. Some of my favorites are X2, Twisted Colossus, Full Throttle, and that's only to name a few. I love the mountains surrounding the park, which looked absolutely amazing, especially when the sun starts to set. I was able to visit the park 5 times and definitely wasn't enough time. I went during the week in February and everything was pretty much a walk-on, but I wish I was able to get on more rides on all the coasters there. This is definitely a park I can revisit over and over again. Now since West Coast Racers is open, I definitely need to plan a trip back to Magic Mountain. So that would do it for this countdown. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment below and let me know your favorite parks. Thanks for watching, and peace out.